Alright. And to honor the life and legacy of Alex Trebek, I'm going to be doing a Dunder Mifflin Showdown on Jeopardy for the Wii. Phyllis is now back as champ, as she's going to be facing off against Oscar and Jan. Oh, wait. No. Make that Oscar and Pam.
Welcome to Jeopardy, everyone.
Thank you very much, Trebek. Here goes. Let's hop to it.
This is Jeopardy!
Dunder Mifflin edition.
And
Good luck to Phyllis, Oscar, and Pam as we get started.
And we start
The Jeopardy round categories are
this one: fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
It happened on
It
Halloween.
happened on Halloween.
Food words.
Food words and phrases.
Judy. In the bookstore.
In the bookstore.
And Manimal.
And Manimal.
Player one.
Alrighty.
While
Where do we
holding
start?
the remote at the screen, press the A button to select
Phyllis. Let me put in the categories. Alright, Phyllis, you may start. Okay, we will start with In the Bookstore for 200.
Fever, 1793, depicts a teen's struggle during the 1793 epidemic of this colorful fever in Philadelphia.
Phyllis.
Let's hear it, player one.
What is,
use the Wii remote or press the corresponding
yellow fever?
direction on the plus.
That's it. Very good. Phyllis, go again.
Selecting.
Bookstore for 400.
Ahab's wife tells a whale of a tale about a character mentioned briefly in this classic novel.
Phyllis.
Okay, player one.
What is Moby Dick? Very good. Go again.
Player one.
Phyllis.
Pick again, please.
Bookstore for 600.
Hope Was Here is a book about a teen waitress at the Welcome Stairways Diner in this dairy state.
Phyllis.
Yes, player one.
What is Wisconsin? That's right.
Correct.
Go again, Miss Vance.
You again.
I'm going
player
with
one.
Bookstore for 800.
Take a bite out of The Vampire Armand, the 6th book in her Vampire Chronicles.
Phyllis.
It's player one.
Who's Anne Rice? She's the one, Phyllis. Go again.
You get to pick again.
Bookstore for 1,000.
A secret code called New Shoe is pivotal to the plot of Snowflower and the Secret Fan, set in this country.
Pam.
Yes, player three.
What is China?
Hey,
Correct. Go again.
Three. Back to you.
Pam Beasley. I'm going to go with food words and phrases for for food words and phrases for 200.
Breakfast dish that can also mean to flatten.
Phyllis.
It's player
What
one.
is pancake? That's right.
Correct.
Go again.
Player one. Pick again.
Food words and phrases for
In 1966, the U.S. government banned M80s and these round red firecrackers.
Pam.
Okay, player three.
What are cherry bombs? Correct. 600 on
We return to you.
food words and phrases.
Used before barrel, it suggests the homespun style and philosophy of rural folk.
Pam.
Player 3.
What is Cracker? Cracker Barrel. Very good. Pam, go again.
Player 3.
Food words and phrases for 800.
It's the spicy two-word name for a type of knot that lets you join a rope to a rail or a post.
Phyllis.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
What's a clove hitch? That's it. Go again.
Please pick again.
Food words
Player
and
1.
phrases for a grand.
Let's take it over to Kelly.
A nursery rhyme says, this person, mend my shoe. Get it done by 2:30.
Oscar.
It's Player 2.
What is cobbler?
Good for
That's
you.
correct. Go again, Mr.
You get
Martinez.
to pick again, Player 2.
I will do fish and chips for 200, please.
The moray variety of this fish is sharp-toothed and can be vicious if provoked.
Phyllis.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
What's an eel? That's
Good.
right. Go again, Phyllis. Fish and
You
chips
again,
4.
Player 1. The ability of the members of the family Exocetidae to get airborne earned them this two-word name.
Phyllis.
Yes, Player 1.
What is flying fish? Correct.
Yes.
Go again.
Player
Fish and
1.
chips for 6.
Pick again. And I'll hand it off to Kelly.
On this man's first voyage, brothers Martin and Vicente Pinzon commanded the Nina and Pinta.
Phyllis.
Okay, Player 1.
Who is Christopher Columbus? Yes. What's next, Phyllis?
We return to you, Player
Fish and
1.
chips for 8.
Small freshwater fish of the family Pterophyllum are known by this heavenly name.
Phyllis.
Player 1.
What's an angelfish? That's correct.
That's it. Choose again, Player 1.
Fish and chips for a grand.
Built in 1816, the first private yacht to cross the Atlantic shared its name with the barge of this queen.
Pam.
Let's hear it, Player 3.
Who is Cleopatra?
Yep.
That's correct. What's next, Miss Beasley?
Player 3, back to you.
How about on Halloween for 200?
1926. There's no escape for this magician who dies following a rupture of his appendix.
Pam.
Okay, Player 3.
Who's Harry Houdini? That's right.
Good. Player 3.
400 on Halloween?
1846. Heavy snowfall traps this carnivorous party in the Sierra Nevada mountains.
Phyllis.
It's Player 1.
What's the Donner Party? That's correct. What's next, Phyllis?
Player 1.
600. Oh, it's the Daily Double. Miss Vance.
It's
Oh,
the
boy.
Daily Double.
I'm going to do
You are in
4,600.
third place. How much are you going to wager, Player 1? Answer. 1956. The Brits and the French invade Egypt in response to the nationalization of this.
What's the Suez Canal?
That
Very
was
good,
the
Phyllis.
cover.
And you're way ahead of Oscar and Pam.
Please pick
Go again.
Player 1.
Halloween for 8.
1961. This man's body is removed from Lenin's tomb.
And it's
Player
Pam.
3.
Who is Joseph Stalin? That's right. I'm ready to go with Halloween for a grand.
1998. This Mideast nation announces it will no longer cooperate with UN weapons inspectors.
Pam.
Yes, Player 3.
What's Iraq? Right.
We return
Judy
to
for
Player
200.
3. Her losing the Oscar for 1954's A Star is Born was called the biggest robbery since Brinks.
Phyllis.
Let's hear it, Player 1.
Who's Judy Garland? Right.
Right you are.
Let's go for 400.
Player 1.
I'm Judy.
As Judy, this 1980 title character, Goldie Hawn said, and I mean, look at this place. The army couldn't afford drapes?
Pam.
Okay, Player 3.
Who's Private Benjamin? That's it.
Choose again.
Judy for
Player
6.
3. Judy Reyes staffed Sacred Heart Hospital as nurse Carla Espinosa on this Zach Braff sitcom?
Uh,
Yes, player 3.
Pam? What is Scrubs? Yeah.
Right.
What's next, Miss Beasley?
Selection
800 on Judy.
From 1984 to 1992, Judith Light and this live-in housekeeper struggled over the question, who's the boss?
Phyllis?
It's player 1.
Who's Tony Danza? Very good.
You get to pick again.
Judy Fergrand.
She hit the top 40 in both 1975 and 1977 with Send in the Clowns.
Phyllis?
Player 1.
Who's Judy Collins? You got it.
You again.
All that's
player
left
1.
is Manimal. 200 on Manimal. All right.
In a Rudyard Kipling story, one of these animals saves a family from a deadly cobra.
Pam Beasley.
It's player 3.
What is a mongoose? You are right.
Correct. Player 3.
400?
Back to you. A rhesus or a macaque?
Oscar.
Yes, player 2.
What is a monkey? Very good. What's next, Mr. Martinez?
Please pick again.
Manimal
Player
6.
Of the 3 animals on Ontario, Canada's coat of arms, the one that fits the category.
Oscar. What's a moose? Right.
Correct.
Go again, Oscar.
Player
800.
The scarlet species of this tropical flyer is known for its brilliant plumage and strong voice.
Pam.
Let's hear it, player 3.
What's a macaw? That's right. Last clue.
Here's the $1,000 clue for you. We're sure you'll just love Ondatra zebethicus, this rodent.
Pam.
Okay, player 3.
What's a muskrat? Very good. And it looks like Oscar is going to go first in Double Jeopardy.
Player 2 is going first in the double Jeopardy round, which starts after this.
All right. On to Double Jeopardy, where the categories are
These categories: science,
Science Grab Bag,
the Vatican,
the Vatican,
the British
the
invasion,
British Invasion,
bestsellers of
Bestsellers
the
of
decade,
the Decade, L to Pay,
and Asian
and Asian History.
Hey, it's still
Looks like Oscar is going to go first in Double Jeopardy.
Select first.
All right. Get us going, Oscar. Okay, let's do the Vatican for 400.
Crispin of Viterbo was the first one of these created by John Paul II.
Oscar.
Yes, player 2.
What is Pope? No.
Anyone else?
Pam or Phyllis?
It's
Pam?
player 3.
What is, Saint? That's it. Go again.
Player 3.
800.
You may not use cell phones or felt-tip pens when researching in the secret these.
Oscar. No, Phyllis. Phyllis. What are archives? Hey, you got it. Go again. 1200 on Vatican.
The 4 papal these churches include St. Peter's and St. John Lateran.
Phyllis.
Let's hear it, player 1.
What are basilicas? You are right.
Player
For
1.
1600 on Vatican.
The Inventario Manuscritti Room is part of this Vatican building.
Anybody?
The
It
correct
was
is the
the
library.
library. That's what it was.
Player 1.
Vatican for 2000.
The faithful can make offerings via cash or credit card to the fund called This Man's Pence.
Pam?
Okay, player 3.
Who's Peter?
That's it.
Correct. Go again.
Player 3.
Miss Beasley, where we go
back to you
next?
For our next selection.
L to pay for 400.
It shouldn't take much effort to tell me this. Gordon Brown's political party.
Oscar.
It's player 2.
What is labor? Labor. You're right. Go again. Mr. Martinez.
Please.
1600 on L to pay.
Two.
Oh, it's the daily double, Oscar. Oh my goodness, I'm going to do it all.
Of the daily double. Player 2. You're at hand. Clue. Most lower back pain is in the area of the 5 vertebrae classified as these.
What is, lumbar?
Right, you are.
Right. Okay.
You get to pick again, player.
L to pay for 2000.
Bath sponge. That's really a type of tropical gourd.
Pam?
Yes, player 3.
What's a loofah?
You got
Right.
it.
I shall go
Choose again.
for 800 on L to pay.
Take me to this reinforced section of fishing line where the hook is attached.
Pam?
Okay, player 3.
What's the leader? That's right.
Select again.
1200 on L to pay.
Affectionate name for critters of the genus Agapornis. Let's
Phyllis?
hear it,
No, no,
player
Pam.
3.
What is lovebirds? You got
Way
it.
to go. Player
I'll
3,
do-
You pick again, please.
Science grab bag for... For 400?
These cells from human embryos can grow into any type of tissue and may someday cure diabetes and Alzheimer's. Player 1.
Phyllis? What are stem cells? Very good.
We return
Let's do
to
800 on grab bag.
Jupiter, Saturn, and Uranus are called this type of planet after a Roman god.
Phyllis?
It's player 1.
What is Jovian? That's correct.
Good. Player 1.
1200
back to
on
you.
grab bag. Oh, and it's the other daily double.
Answer. The second daily double. You are currently in the lead. So, what's your wager?
4800.
Answer this. A material called URHGE can be manipulated into being a resistance-free super this.
What is conductor?
You
Very
have
good,
maintained your lead.
Phyllis.
Good to go. Please pick again, player 1.
Grab bag for 16.
We're not faking. Alphabetically, it's last among the elements on the periodic table.
Pam?
Okay, player 3.
What is zirconium? Right.
Correct.
Go again.
Choose again.
1600.
Three.
No, 2000 on grab bag.
Let's go over to Kelly.
The two main kinds of lens are diverging and this type, that bends rays of light inward so they meet at the focal point.
Sorry about that. Anybody?
Here's the
It
response.
was
Converging.
converging.
Player 3.
All right, Pam, where do we go? Bestsellers of the decade? For 400.
Jaws and Jonathan Livingston Seagull.
Pam,
Let's hear it, player 3.
what's the 70s? 1970s is correct, Miss Pam Beasley. Go again. I'll do bestsellers of the decade for 8.
Red Storm Rising and The Prince of Tides.
Phyllis.
Yes, player 1.
What is the 1980s? Yeah.
You get to pick again, player 1.
1200 on bestsellers.
The Agony and the Ecstasy. And You Only Live Twice. Player 1.
Phyllis. What is the 1960s? You are right. Go again.
Player 1. Pick again.
Bestseller 16.
Forever Amber. And The Naked and the Dead. Let's
Pam?
hear it, player 3.
What are the 1940s? That's right.
Player 3. Back
Bestsellers 2000.
Aerosmith and The Age of Innocence. It's player 1.
Phyllis. What is the 1920s?
That's correct.
Right. Phyllis, go
We
again.
return to you, player 1.
British Invasion for 400.
The first track on the Beatles' second album was a Chuck Berry song that told this composer to roll over. We're
It
talking
was
about Beethoven.
Beethoven.
You again, player 1.
British Invasion 8.
And here's Kelly.
Brian Jones played the humble kazoo on this band's 1967 Between the Buttons album, though not on the hit Ruby Tuesday.
It was
The
Rolling Stones.
Player 1, back to you for our next selection.
Phyllis, you get to pick. British Invasion for 1200.
The Searchers told us that Madame Ruth had a pad down on 34th and Vine, where she sold this.
Phyllis.
Yes, player 1.
What is Love Potion number 9?
You
Right.
are correct. We return to
1600 on
player
British
1.
Invasion.
This man's pacemakers included Leslie McGuire, John Chadwick, and Freddie Marsden.
Pam.
Player 3.
Who's Gary Marston? Very good, Pam. 2000.
Player 3. Pick a Reg Presley not only sang lead on this Trogs hit, he played the ocarina as well.
Oscar.
Okay, player 2.
What is what is Wild Thing? Wild Thing, you got it, Oscar. Choose again.
You again.
For
player 2.
800 on Asian history.
In December of 1946, he attacked the French at Tonkin, beginning a war that ended 8 years later. Yes,
Phyllis?
player
What is Ho Chi Minh? That's
1.
right.
That's it. Player 1, back to you.
400.
In the 1920s, the Kemalists opposed the Sultan in this country and eventually prevailed.
Pam.
Okay, player 3.
What is Turkey? That is right. Go again.
You get to pick again.
1200.
In 1739, the Peacock throne built for Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan was stolen by these people.
Oscar.
Player 2.
What are Persians?
Yes.
That's correct.
Please.
1600.
In 1782, when Chao Phraya Chakri became King Rama I, he moved his capital across the river to this city.
Oscar.
Let's hear it. Player 2.
What is Bangkok?
Yep.
Correct. All right. And now the last clue.
Now the $2,000 clue. All right, here with the clue is Kelly.
These nomadic horsemen, who overran most of Asia in the Middle Ages, lived in portable lattice tents known as yurts.
Anyone?
Here's what we wanted.
It was
the Mongols.
Mongols. But it looks like you'll all get to be around for Final Jeopardy.
Continuing on to Final Jeopardy when we come back. Everything depends on Final Jeopardy, of course, so let's take a look at the
Category for Final Jeopardy is 16th century names.
So, what's your wager?
Place your wagers, you guys.
Each direction on the plus control pad represents a different response. Press a direction to select an answer. Let's take a look at that Final Jeopardy clue right now. Paul III roared at him, "I have waited 30 years for your services. Now I'm Pope. Can't I satisfy my desire?"
All right, let's see how you guys did.
Did you come up with the correct
Oscar
response?
came up with Michelangelo.
And
He
that's
is
the
correct.
response.
How much is he gonna wait? How much do you wager? $1,200, putting him at 10,000.
And your
Did
response?
Pam say Michelangelo? She did. And what was her wager?
That correct response. You
Her wager was 5,000, putting her at 25,000. And did Phyllis say
What did you
Michelangelo
put
as
your
well?
response?
Why, of course she did. And
How much
is she going to add to her total?
Correct response.
Her total's going to add 9,000, putting her at a winning total of $35,000. And that makes Phyllis remain
This makes you
the
our
champ.
champion.
Congratulations,
So
Phyllis.
congratulations.
All right. And I'll see you for my next gameplay, you guys.
So long.